My wife still thanks my mother every Christmas for the down payment on our house. My mother never gave us a cent, and the person who did is at that table. For 3 years, I stayed quiet. Every Christmas Eve, my wife Claire would cross the room, take both of my mother's hands, and say the same thing. Thank you, Diane. We never could have bought that house without you. And my mother would press a palm to her chest, blink like she was holding back tears, and say, family takes care of family, sweetheart. I never corrected it because my grandmother asked me not to. 3 years ago, when Claire and I were 40 grand short and about to lose the offer, it was my grandmother, my mother's own mother, who called me into her kitchen and slid an envelope across the table. Don't tell your mom, she said. She'll make it about her. Just let the kids be happy. So I did. I kept the secret, and somewhere in those first few weeks, my mother started telling people she'd paid it. I don't know how it started. Maybe Claire thanked her once for something small, and my mother just took it. By the second Christmas, it was gospel. She had a house she helped buy. She had proof of what a generous woman she was, and she used it. After everything I did for you became her favorite sentence. When I didn't drive her to the airport, when we spent Thanksgiving with Claire's parents, I gave you a home, Daniel. The least you could do is answer your phone. This Christmas, she went further. We were all at the table, Claire, my brother, my grandmother folded small into the chair at the end, and my mother at the head like always. She tapped her wine glass at 7 p.m. sharp. I want to say something, she announced. Daniel, Claire, I've been thinking. That house is really too much for 2 people, and I'm rattling around my condo all alone. It only seems right that I move in. Considering what? I said. She smiled. Considering I bought it. Claire squeezed my hand under the table. Of course, Diane, she said softly. Whatever you need. My grandmother's fork stopped halfway to her mouth. No, I said. My mother's smile tightened. Excuse me? You didn't buy it. You've never given us $1. The table went silent. Claire turned to me, stricken. Daniel, don't. She helped us. You don't have to be cruel just because she didn't help us, Claire. I pulled out my phone. I've had this the whole time. I just never wanted to do this to her. I turned the screen around. A bank transfer. $40,000 dated 3 years ago. The sender's name right there at the top. Margaret Doyle, my grandmother. Claire read it twice. I don't understand. Grandma paid it, all of it. She asked me to keep it quiet so Mom wouldn't turn it into something. Then Mom found out she was getting the credit and never said a word. My mother laughed, sharp and wrong. This is ridiculous. Mom, tell them. Tell them I'm the one who, Diane. My grandmother's voice was very steady. Sit down. Mom, I said sit down. My mother sat. My grandmother folded her hands. I gave those children that money because I wanted to watch them enjoy it while I'm still here to see it. I told Daniel to keep it quiet to protect you, Diane, so you wouldn't be embarrassed that your son bought a house before you ever could. She turned her head slowly. And you spent 3 years telling this family you did it. Mom, it was a misunderstanding. Was it a misunderstanding? My grandmother said, when you called me last month asking me to sign over power of attorney because I couldn't be trusted with my own accounts anymore. The room stopped breathing. I looked at my mother. You went digging through her statements. That's how you found out it was her money. And instead of telling the truth, you tried to have her declared incompetent so nobody could ever check where that $40,000 really came from. My mother's mouth opened. Nothing came out. My grandmother stood, slow, one hand flat on the table. She looked down at her daughter for a long moment. Then she looked at Claire, and her face softened into something almost sweet. Merry Christmas, dear, she said. The house is yours. It always was. I signed it into you and Daniel's names last week.